Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to today's Whips, Bits and Chat. I actually managed to crochet something this week. Go on, let's go and see what it was. I'm laughing because I know. Right, but before I get started on the how bad can it be a section of this video, let's do our video review for the week. I am sorry again, it was a very small amount of videos that went out this week. We had our book review, which was the Quick and Easy Crochet, the one by Search Press, and then we had the second attempt at dyeing cotton. How bad can it be? Not a tutorial. Now, this one was of course a premiere, so thank you to everybody who managed to join me for the premiere. I don't actually know if any of you made it yet because I'm filming this Friday morning. The premiere's this afternoon. Oh, I'm so nervous. But in that video, you got to see me dyeing some cotton again. And this time round, I was trying to match up. Where have you gone? There you go. This little hank here. Because out of my whole set of dyeing from the first video, this was the hank that I fell in love with. So I wanted to definitely make some more of this because with only, what is it, 10 grams? There's not, no, 20 grams. There isn't exactly a lot I can do with it. So I wanted to make a lot more. So in that video, you may or may not have seen me dyeing 3 hanks to start off with. Now, did those colourway matches, or did I make a hot mess of it? And will I have to do it again? Or did I do it again? That's the question. If you've seen the video or you attended the premiere, you will already know what happened. But I'm not going to spoil it. I will show those yarns next week. So that, of course, if you're watching this video and you haven't managed to watch the other one, I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you. Actually, you might only have till Tuesday. It depends on if I do a live this coming week. If I do, then I'm sorry, I can't hold up any longer. I've got to show it off so I can work with it. Okay, so that was pretty much all the videos that I had for you this week. I'm sorry it's been there's not been anything else. I really wanted to get another stitch a week done, or get something tutorial for you, but I have nothing in the oops, you can't do nothing bank. Okay, I know I need to work on that. Normally I will have one tutorial in the process of being edited so that I can get something to you, but this time round I hadn't. I was working alongside a couple of other gorgeous creators and I was doing the video for them, but they've now had to take that on because the ham's so bad. Now, I have said I crocheted something this week. It was actually last night. I sat down and I managed to hold my yarn and relatively hold the tension. I wasn't overly bothered with the project that I'm working on because it's nothing special. Okay. I'm attempting to crochet a sock. Yeah, you heard me, a sock. Because in the big scheme of things, I actually want to know how much cotton it will take to make a sock in single crochet. So I went through quite a few of the magazines that I have up the top there, which are the newer ones, which are from the Inside Crochet, what do I call it? subscription. There we go, the Inside Crochet subscription, and I did find one sock in there that happens to be all single crochet, but that is because it's a really cute pattern, don't get me wrong. And I've now just read this, so maybe I haven't gone as wrong as I thought. The socks that I'm working on are called the Spot On Slipper socks. So slipper meaning they're a bit baggier, aren't they? Okay, so now I'm not too worried. She says, because last night I started working on them and I managed to get the toe done, so I was quite impressed with that. It reminded me of the Christmas stockings that I've made over the years, so I felt comfortable doing that bit. Then I did the bit between the toes and the heels. That was just going round and round and round and round and round. So again, I felt comfortable doing that. It's like aragurumi. And then I got to the heel. And this pattern is really confusing because you don't work the heel and then carry on working up the leg. You actually chain, work up the leg, and then come back and fill in the heel. So it's really confusing me, because the pattern doesn't work the same way others in the past have done. With the little Christmas stockings, I worked the heel and then I worked the top half of the leg. And the same with every Christmas stocking I've done. Those patterns seemed really simple, but this one didn't. But as I said, I'm getting there. Okay, now the pattern I'm talking about is from issue 144. So I will put a link up there to issue 144 for you, so you can go and have a look at the pattern, the rest of the patterns, if you haven't seen this book. I'm just flicking through it at the moment, trying to find the large image for you, because I can't quite remember where it was. And of course I've not set nothing up before I started gas back in, did I? Right, where are you? Why can't I see it today? It's probably hidden on a foot. There we go, there it is. Alright, okay, so here is the larger image of the sock. Okay, it's that spotty thing there. Now, of course, I'm only working this in a plain white cotton. Okay, nothing special, just a plain white cotton, because I'm going to dye it later. Yeah, I want to have fun with my dyes. So I thought, you know what I can do with this is I can, as I'm making the pattern, I'm weighing it when I complete each section. So the first section, of course, was the toe. So I weighed the toe once the toe section was finished. I've written that down. So now I know I need 7 grams. That's how bad it is. 7 grams of the same weight cotton for the toe. Okay. Then I worked my way up the foot. I should really just show it to you, but as I said, I do think it is wrong. It is not complete, because I can't crochet as fast as I want to. Okay, so the first section is this bit here. So we've got the toe where that yellow bit of thread is. That is, oh, let's neaten it up a little bit so you can see it a bit neater. Right, so where that yellow bit of thread is, that is the end of the toe section. Okay, now to me it feels really weird because the seam is running down the sock and not across the sock. Is that something else I've done wrong? I checked, I double checked and I triple checked the pattern, because I'm sitting there thinking, this has got to be wrong. Why would the seam run down your toes and not across them? But I'm still working the pattern as it says in the book. Still getting more and more confused. As I worked this bit here, I thought, no, I'm just going to believe in the pattern and not doubt myself. And yes, it went on my foot about 12 times whilst making this little bit. Now this bit fits my feet lovely. Okay, so then I went to the heel. Or I should say I got to the heel section. This is where it went skew-if and I had to put it down, because I was like, I just do not get it. There's too many words within the written pattern, because of course I'm not used to reading lots of words, and with my dyslexia, the more tired I get, the more it bounces around. They're also highlighting the rows and using the same method in the pattern to tell you how many stitches you're meant to do. So that was getting confusing as well. So I was just like, no, do you know what? I'm putting it down. I will start it tomorrow. And so I got up at stupid o'clock this morning, picked up my crochet hook, and I worked out the pattern, or I thought I had. But when it comes to doing the pattern, I've changed it because they were getting you to turn it, which meant there were going to be some backward stitches when it came to this section here. And to me that wouldn't look right, so I ignored the first line. I did the stitches, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't reverse it. Okay, so all I did was, instead of working on the heel section first and then working around the rest of the sock, I worked the sock and then the heel section for this gap here. And as I said, it's rather confusing because I've got to finish all the rest of the sock before I come back to work the heel. So I got this far, okay, which I don't think is too bad. It's sitting, well, I put it back on my foot. I am not doing it and showing it on camera though. No, I put it on and it's about that much. So hold on. Is about that much wider than what my ankle actually is, and I've even measured my calf to double check to see, because I thought, well, you never know, there may not be mega shaping, and it's going to be very loose on my calf as well. So on one hand I'm hoping it shrinks in the wash so it fits better, on the other hand I'm not. But now, because I read the pattern name properly, always read the pattern. I tell you it all the time and I still don't listen to my own advice. But yeah, where's it gone? I'm having a nightmare today, I really am. I'm just too busy laughing about the fact that it's yet another project that I'm trying to do that I really just haven't got the scoobiest over, have I? Just haven't got it. Just don't, there we go. That's it, a slipper sock. So I'm hoping, because it's called a slipper sock and not just a sock, the slipper part means that it scooches down between the heel and your calf. But yeah, I just don't know. I'm going to have to keep going. I'm not going to doubt myself. I'm not going to doubt the pattern. I'm just going to keep going and hope for the best. But I think there's about 25 grams left of the ball, which is only a 100-gram ball. But as I said, I want to try it out. So worst case scenario, I was going to have one sock. And that one sock will forever be hanging up there going, look, I did one. I'm not going to have to match it. If it doesn't fit and I don't like it, then I'm just going to dye it and just have some fun when it comes to doing a dyeing video with it. But it's just gonna be a sample. Nothing more than that, because I can't deal with odd socks, not in the slightest. Okay, I said I wasn't going to show you my sock foot, but this is just ridiculously baggy. Not only that, Mr. Spud there, Mr. Liam, wanted to say hello. So yeah, I tried. I've got 2 rows left to do on the cuff, but yeah, no support at all. I'm sorry, I could never ever wear those. So this bit's going, and I'll have to try it again. But fudge it. Good luck me. Right, so if you guys know of a decent crochet pattern that's not too wordy, please tell me in the description box down below. And if it's got a video that goes with it, even better. Now, I have hunted through YouTube as best as I could, but I've not been able to find any single crochet ones, any plain and boring ones. Now, my hope was that if this worked and I liked it and stuff like that, then I would sit and do a little tutorial explaining how to do a single crochet one. Not using their measurements, of course, but or the pattern as such, but just basing it off of it. But at the moment, the only thing that I feel confident about is that first bit. So yeah, I don't think there'll be a tutorial for a sock, and not for a long time. I would really have to become severely addicted to making socks for that, and I'm not. Not at all. Right, so what else have I been up to? As I said, I went out shopping with hubby, and I've managed to pick up the dyes that I've chosen to use to dye all that cotton that I bought that I showed you last week, or at least some of it. I have gone slightly insane now, haven't I? Oh, you don't know how much was in that bag. There was a lot. So I'm in the process at the moment of hanking it all up, making sure this time round I keep my hanks separated so that I know what I'm grabbing and what I'm soaking, because that was a bit of a problem last week. Took me ages to work out what had dyed and whether I got it round the right way or not. So it's another good reason for watching that video last week. It's in the description box. Right, so this coming week you will have another dyeing video. I'm probably going to set that one to a Thursday and do any dyeing videos now on a Thursday, because I realise Friday is a bit loaded up normally. With me having to do, well, not having to, but me recording these videos, it means that I don't have to worry on Fridays to make sure I actually attend my own premiere. So I'm going to set them as premieres on Thursdays, okay, from this point on, which also means that Fridays can be for a throwback if we need it. Right, so as I said, this coming week is the last attempt at dyeing cotton with the Aldi dye kit, because the following week we're going to be playing with proper adult grown up dyes. Yay! Oh, I know what's coming. I know what the yarn looks like, and I'm not spoiling it for you. Again, could it be brown? Could it be black? Could it be a complete and utter hot mess? Actually, all of these videos at the moment are, could it be a hot mess? Now, I've done a lot of research when it came to choosing the dye that I'm using. I'll be using a dry powder, which means I can mix it up to the amount that we need, so it's not going to be sitting on the shelf pre-made for a long period of time. It will be made just for the hanks that I'm working on. So I think I've sussed my measurements now, so that I know roughly how much I'm going to need per 100 grams, if it's a single colour or if it's a mixed colour. So I can't wait to show you those yarns in a couple of weeks. This is getting really annoying. I feel like just putting all the videos out in one day, but I'm not. I can't afford to do it. I haven't got that much content backed up. Actually, I've got none really, have I? But yeah, so if you like the idea of that, make sure you pop along. And also, because I'm getting slightly addicted to dyeing cottons, if you're in the UK at the moment, because I don't know what postage prices are, but if you're in the UK and you would like to purchase some of the cottons that I will be dyeing in the future, send me a private message or an email, and then we can discuss how much they would cost, what colours you want me to play around with, and of course what type of style of dyeing you want me to play with, because over the next couple of weeks you will see me having fun with lots of different methods and lots of different quirky ways of doing things. I've just got to keep building on the quirk and finding more ideas. I've got another one that I'm using for this sock when it's made. I can't wait for that one. That one is going to be so much fun. But yeah, if you fancy the idea of that, just drop me an email. Oh, another thing I've been up to this week was, of course, attempting to do a little bit of branding for the channel and for the Facebook page and all of that. So if you hadn't spotted it, there is a new section now. I'm going to pop a photo up in a moment for you, that hopefully explains a little bit more about the sort of contents that you'd find on the channel, and of course the contents that you'd find over on the Facebook page. that in itself was an absolute nightmare. I made the picture up. I was super chuffed with it. I've uploaded it using their measurements, of course, and I found that there's 3 different measurements for the different devices that the platform's on. So of course you've got your computer, you've got the your tablet, and you've got the phone. And in the section slap bang in the middle, which is where I have my writing, it went all the way along for the computer, 2/3, like cutting a bit on each side for the tablet, and then a little winsy bit for the phone. So that's why it's slightly shrunk in the middle on your phone devices. It looks lovely now because I've had to go back. Not only have I got to make it so that all the writing was just in that mobile section, so that it could be read easily, but I also then, once I completed it, uploaded it, and was ever so happy that I got rid of all the original files. Yeah. Bestie messaged me going, honey, you got a spelling mistake. I'm like, you what? She's gone, on competition, you spelt competition wrong. Does that mean I've won a prize? Was that a competition, was it, that you were going to set up and blah blah blah? Cheeky mare. It was not a competition, but she knows what I'm like. If you ever spot spelling mistakes, please tell me, because I don't always pick them up. But it makes it a little bit easier when somebody from another country, where English isn't the first language, of course, if they're copying it into Google Translate, it means it will translate a bit better because it's spelt correctly, and the Google Translates are not having to guess Poppy speak. But yeah, so I had to go back to the drawing board and redo all the original artwork. Sorry, the original text, which I sent to her. I copied and pasted and went, is that correct now? Can you spell check, please, please, please? So she spell checked it, went, yes, you can copy and paste that and stick that back in. Thank you, bestie. So yeah, that's why there was a couple of extra posts over on the Facebook group. I deleted them as quick as possible so that hopefully it didn't affect too many of you, which I know it didn't, thankfully. But it would be really nice to know if you like the new Poppy branding. I'm still keeping my little Poppy girl. Don't panic, she will forever be with me because she was created by my daughter when she was 14. So yeah, she ain't going nowhere. You're stuck with little Bobby. Didn't get to finishing the video, got too carried away with crocheting that stupid sock. Right, but anyway, next thing I may not have mentioned already in this video is, at the moment over on the Ravelry shop, there will be a link on the end screen and of course in the description box down below. I've got a 10% off a sale running at the moment until the end of this month. So if you want to take advantage of that, you will get 10% off. I will jot it here if you use the code GIFT, because of course this month was my birthday, so I might as well give a gift out to you guys too of a 10% off. Now that is running on every pattern over there. There is now 27 of them for you to choose from. That's right, 27. I went a bit bat crazy, didn't I? But if you are planning to purchase the Pops Baby hat and blanket set, or the Biddy hat and blanket set, or the Cheeky Monkey hat and baby set, don't add a gift in if they're the only things that you are purchasing. If you plan to purchase other things, I'd like to suggest that you pop in 2 orders, because those 3 sets, if bought as a set, you can also get them individually, but if you put them in your basket, they will be automatically counted as a set. Okay, and you get 50% off that hat pattern, so you get a better saving just off that hat pattern alone on those 2 items than what you would do if you were running the gift discount code. Now, the gift discount code knocks any other savings off of any other pattern that is put on there. So of course with the Pops Baby hat and blanket, the Biddy Baby hat and blanket, hat and blanket and the cheeky monkey hat and poncho. Make sure you do those separately, okay, so you get that better deal. But otherwise, if they're not ones you're after, make sure you use the code GIFT in before you check out. That way you of course get your 10% off of all the patterns over on the shop. Right, that's it for me today. My brain's gone to sleep, or it did last night, and it's still not quite woken up yet. So I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Ta-ra for now, everybody.